Deep in the overgrowth sits an absolute legend, a Mercedes Unimog 416, equipped with a massive back.
Nature has completely tried to swallow it whole. But this German-engineered beast is known to be unstoppable. Not only is it a Unimog, but it has a massive industrial backhoe grafted onto the back. A true heavy-duty workhorse.
It takes a machete just to find the front bumper. The roots have completely locked this thing to the ground.
Clearing away the heavy deadfall. The steel underneath is thick, but the rust is starting to take hold.
Wiping away years of grime just to get a glimpse inside the cab. It's a total time capsule.
Finally, she can breathe. The brush is cleared, and we can actually walk around this absolute unit of a machine.
Before we even touch the engine, we need to inspect this backhoe. It's a massive, complex piece of hydraulic machinery.
These massive tires have essentially become giant planters, ripping out the root systems just to see the rubber. Here is the command center for the backhoe. Every single lever, pin, and linkage is heavily rusted.
Completely locked solid. Pulling on these right now is like trying to bend a solid steel beam.
Time for the liquid mechanic, soaking every single pivot point in a heavy dose of penetrating oil. I'll soak the rest of the control bank and let the oil do its magic while we check out the front.
The backhoe controls are soaking. Now, it's time to get inside the cab and see the heart of this beast.
Welcome to the command center. It's purely utilitarian, dusty, and full of cobwebs. But right in the middle sits the engine cover.
Cobwebs everywhere. Utilitarian layout, typical of these old Mogs. Cover.
The OM352 six-cylinder diesel. Filthy, buried in leaves, but these cast-iron blocks are legendarily robust.
I have to clear this debris just to see the block. Sitting for decades for sure.
Fuel lines are totally shot, crumbling to pieces. Need fresh rubber.
The grease is completely hardened, but underneath, the heavy hydraulic cylinders actually look to be in decent shape.
Radiator is bone dry. Thick mineral crust, not a drop of coolant.
Brake reservoir. Cap is rusty, totally bone dry inside. Pitch black, thick, typical old diesel, but at least there's oil in it. Waking up the mechanical lift pump. Hopefully the internals aren't seized.
The legendary mechanical pump. Grimy, old fuel stains, but looks intact.
Soaked in oil, probably leaks everywhere, but that kept the rust away.
Controls are totally seized. Force it into neutral. Stiff, but moves.
Moment of truth. Breaker bar on the crank pulley. Let's see if she turns.
Linkages are seized, forcing them to articulate. Need lubrication.
The pistons are moving. We have compression. This giant wants to live.
Clear lines let us see exactly what's happening. No air bubbles allowed. Giving it a quick hit of starting fluid to wake up those cold, rusty cylinders. Blowing decades of dead leaves and rust right out of the exhaust stack.
It coughed. It wants to run, but the injection system is still completely dry.
Tapping the pump. The internal fuel rack is stuck from sitting. A few hits usually freeze it up. The idle is smoothing out. It shakes like an earthquake, but mechanically it sounds absolutely solid.
One final hit of ether to help it over the edge. This is it.
Engaging the power takeoff. Let's see if the hydraulic pump still works.
It's alive! Decades of sitting, and the OM352 roars back to life. Before we move the arm, look at these cylinder rods. They are covered in hard, crusty rust.
Bleeding the system. These old diesels absolutely hate air in the lines.
wiping away the dust and leaving a thin layer of oil. Now they are safe to retract.
Locking it down tight. These lines hold thousands of PSI. They can't leak.
Shutting it down. We can't move the arm without replacing this blown high-pressure line.
If I pull this through the seals, it will destroy them instantly. I have to manually scrub the rods back to bare metal.
We have pressure, but maybe too much. That ancient dry rotted hose just blew completely wide open. The heavy steel is literally tearing the jungle apart as it curls inward. Here we go. The hydraulic pump is fighting decades of gravity and rust, but it's lifting.
Boom is up and locked into transport mode. The weight transfer on the chassis is massive.
Threading on a heavy-duty replacement hose. The contrast between new parts and decades of rust is crazy.
Releasing the clutch and it moves. It's actually driving.
Miraculously, the thick vintage rubber holds air. It's lifting the entire chassis out of the mud.
We did it! From a forgotten relic swallowed by the jungle to a running, driving machine heading back to civilization.
The high pressure literally slices through the hardened grease like a knife. Extremely satisfying. The high pressure literally slices through the hardened grease like a knife. Extremely satisfying.
Lifting the weight off. Look at the suspension jump up. It's been carrying that burden for decades.
Wrapping the chains around the main structural frame. The balance has to be perfect.
Connecting the main hoist hook to our rigging. The lifting system is ready.
Before disconnecting the lines, we must drain gallons of ancient, thick hydraulic fluid to prevent a massive mess.
The gears are stiff and purely mechanical. You really have to drive this machine.
Pulling forward. For the first time in maybe 30 years, the truck and the backhoe are finally separated.
Cutting underneath to blast the legendary portal axles. This chassis is heavily overbuilt.
This backhoe weighs thousands of pounds. We need serious heavy-duty rigging to lift it off. These are the massive pins and bolts holding it all together. They are heavily rusted in place.
Locking in the grab hooks. We can't afford any slippage once this giant is in the air.
Now for the hard part. The backhoe is absolutely caked in decades of hydraulic grease.
Blasting it clean reveals a frame that is solid as a rock. Zero rot under all that grease.
Revealing the legendary star. That heavy German chrome still shines under all the muck. Cleaning out the heavy steel bucket. It has dug a lot of trenches in its past life.
From rotting away in the deep woods to conquering the trails once again, the Unimog lives. Thanks for watching this epic rescue.
Soaking the mounting bolts in penetrating fluid. We'll let that sit while we build the lifting rig. Soaking the mounting bolts in penetrating fluid. We'll let that sit while we build the lifting rig.
Setting up the heavy-duty A-frame gantry. This has the capacity to hold the entire backhoe in the air.
There it goes. The physical connection between the truck and the backhoe is officially severed. The amount of flex on this chassis is unreal. All 4 tires stay planted on the ground.
There she is, fully washed. Still faded and rusty, but honest. Now we can actually see the mounting bolts.
It climbs hills that would stop modern trucks dead in their tracks. Without the backhoe, the truck feels incredibly light and powerful. Time for a proper road test.
Deep mud is absolutely no problem for this machine. It's an unstoppable force.
The bare chassis is completely covered in an inch of thick grease and dirt. It protected the metal, but now it has to go.
Washing the main boom. The faded industrial yellow is finally showing its true color.
Blasting the mud out of these massive treads. Forward your surface, Stripey. The tires actually look usable.
Washing the legendary rear portal axles. This chassis is an absolute masterpiece of engineering.
Clearing the windshield, now we can actually see out of the cab.
The first blast is always the most satisfying. The moss just melts away instantly.